Hello everybody, welcome to Green Horde Heroes. My name is E.T., your big fatty if you will, from the Dice Matrix, and I'm here to show you the survivors slash actors slash heroes, all the related powers and how they work. Now you're going to notice in this handy dandy two-sided insert that comes in your Green Horde Wave 2 box showing all the positions of your survivors and baddies from the Wave 2 base Kickstarter. I'm going to cover each of these figures individually in separate videos. So you can just go to the hero or baddie that you want to learn about and click on the related video. So let's get started and start waking up these survivors. Let's begin. Finarton! Get up, buddy. You have a large day ahead of you. That's right. It's time to be a hero. That's right. There's a giant in town, and his name is Finarton. I just assume that's how he would sound. I don't know. All right, guys, let's go take a look at Finarton's card here. All right, the first thing we're going to look at is in his armor slot. It says, this slot may only hold great axe or a shield. So he won't be able to have any type of armor unless it's a shield or the great axe in the game. Okay, his blue ability, which is, hey, you didn't level up yet, get back over here. Okay, so his starting abilities in the blue zone right here are Giant and Throw. And Giant, let's go ahead and talk about these real quick. So let's go over here and see our buddy Finarton on the board. So Giant is a nice ability because it allows the giant characters to have line of sight over buildings and over hedges. And you know, in the zombicide universe, line of sight is in straight lines. They can't see diagonal, which is an interesting mechanic, but it works for gameplay. So he could see these guys over here. So if he has a ranged weapon, which I did equip him with a hand crossbow, he could technically fire these guys if it could reach, but the hand crossbow only does 0 to 1. But if there was a hedge in between them, he could fire over the hedge and hit those guys because he would have line of sight. But if he gets the other crossbow that has a longer range, he'd be able to fire and hit these runners over here. Okay, so that's what Giant does, and his second ability is Throw. Now this might be the best part of the game for him. So what Throw does, let's go ahead and put like a walker in his same zone with him. Once per turn, as a free action, Finarton can throw an actor in his zone into a zone up to 2 away. So he could throw this guy into the zone at this fatty, or he can throw them over here at one of the goblin runners. Now, the nice thing is, it's probably more fun to throw a fatty. Let's do it that way because he's worth more. Okay, so what happens is Finarton can pick this fatty up and throw him. Not only does he get him out of his zone, but you perform immediately a ranged attack. Now this is free because it comes all with the throw action, but the reason why they use the word ranged attack is because you have to use priority attack orders for ranged attacks. So, but they're all runners, so you're going to hit one of those guys. It's an automatic hit with a throw, and he will deal whatever the zombie's normal damage is. So the zombie damage is 2, so you're going to kill definitely automatically one of these runners. He is unaffected, so if he ended up hitting something else that would deal enough damage to kill him, like if there was another fatty, I guess, on the field. Actually, I'm sorry, fatties in Green Horde, I was thinking Black Pig, do 3 damage. So if he throws it in here, he's going to deal 3 damage to this runner. And if he threw it in here to hit another fatty, it would kill the other fatty, but it won't kill him because it only affects the target that was hit because they're taking the impact. Technically, I guess this guy is getting cushioned by the fall of whatever he's hitting. Now, like I said, priority order, let's just don't forget. So let's say there's an orc walker in here, and there's a runner over here, and Finarton decides to throw this runner. Well, the priority order is walkers and then fatties, so this runner will actually automatically hit this walker first. But still, that's pretty sweet. You get him out of your zone, and you have a chance to kill something, based upon what's going up against what for damage-wise. But I put Baron as his buddy in here. Now remember, I said actor, so you can actually throw a teammate, another fellow hero. And the reason why I put Baron in here is because who doesn't like a good dwarf tossing, right? You can't pass that joke up. You have a giant, you have a dwarf, let's throw that guy. So let's just say, see, the runners are usually protected in priority order. So let's say there's a fatty over here, and you have a walker in here. Finarton can choose to throw either one of these actors here, the Orc, Walker, or Baron, the Dwarf. So let's say Finarton picks up Baron, and he throws him over here. Now, targeting priority order says that he's going to hit the fatty first, and what damage that he will do is what weapon he is equipped with. So if he has the Norse sword, he will have a damage rating of 2, which will be enough to kill the fatty. So, take that. Now, unfortunately, he has to deal with this. Hopefully, you know, you guys played smartly together, and Baron will act ahead of, you know, the runners, so he can either try to push them away or kill them and then push them away. But either way, a great ability is throw. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so what happens when Finarton levels up? Well, like most people, let's say you got bloop, bloop, bloop in yellow. You get the classic, which we all know, is +1 action. And so instead of getting 3 actions, you will now have 4 actions, which is awesome. I think I made 4 with my fingers there, sorry. Let's level him up to, bloop, 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 bloop. Boy, he's been killing some stuff or finding some objectives. Sorry, my box is all sliding around today. Okay, so in the orange area, he has reach and slippery. I'm going to choose reach for him because that's something we haven't talked about yet. So reach, as you may have guessed, lets him extend his melee attack zone by 1. So basically, Finarton can reach into here with a melee attack. Oh, sorry, let me move it up here. So Finarton can extend his attack into this zone, you know, 1 away instead of just being in his own zone, which is nice. So instead of having to wait for them to come to you or him come to them, he can, you know, basically think of him. He's a big wrecking machine. He can like be in here, smash this guy, move into here, pick up, throw somebody. I mean, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, reach, very simple ability, but very effective. Save you a move action sometimes when you want to hit something or not be in the zone with other guys. Slippery, of course, is a real nice ability, which allows Finarton to escape without having to use additional move actions. As you know, you have to use additional move actions when zombies are in your zone. But for Finarton, since he has slippery, just 1 move action, and he's out of that zone. That's a good ability too. And you know what that means? I'm going to be playing with Finarton a lot more because he's got some really sweet abilities. All right, now he leveled up to the most awesome abilities, which is all the way into the red. Now, the first one, of course, is +1 to dice roll melee. Then you have Barbarian, and then you have Battle Rage. Oh boy, these are all good. Which one do I choose today? You know what? I'm going to go with Barbarian. It's one of my favorite ones, but we'll talk about these in order. So, what happens with on +1 to the dice roll is, let's say Finarton's attacking in this zone, and he's got a weapon. Let's say he's got, I gave him a short sword, but let's give him the Dwarven Hammer, just because that'd be ironic. The Dwarven Hammer with Finarton being a giant. Okay, so the Dwarven Hammer, you would roll 2 dice, and plus you need 4 or higher, 4, 5, or 6 to deal 2 damage. So let's say he spends an action, and you've chosen +1 to dice roll. So all you simply do is add 1 to these rolls. So instead of 2 5s, those are counted as 2 6s. Now, nothing goes above 6, but still, if you had rolled, I don't know if I can get a 3 here, but if you roll a 3, that'd be considered a 4, and a 4 would be a hit. So that would be 2 hits. You can kill 2 of these guys, and that's how simple that +1 to dice roll is. Okay, now we're going to talk about Barbarian, which is the one I selected. Barbarian, in this situation, let's say he's moves in here, or he's swarmed by a bunch of these guys, or maybe he's just reaching in. Well, instead of using the 2 dice from the Dwarven Hammer, you instead use as many dice as there are zombies in the zone. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our buddy Finarton will roll 5 dice. And of course I roll bad now, but it gives him a lot more opportunities to mitigate the damage. So mitigate the bad roll. So he rolled 2 hits. He would kill 2 of these guys, you know, 2 of the baddies, which is awesome. So that's Barbarian. Just real simple ability. Love it, though. One of my favorite ones. Although it's hard to get into the red zone. All right, and last one, let me peek down here again. Oh, that's right, Battle Rage. Battle Rage is an interesting ability I don't think we've talked about yet. We may, in my other videos, you may have already heard me say this, but in this order, I've done this one a little earlier because I just had to get, I mean, first of all, did I even show you guys how awesome this guy looks? I mean, look at Finarton, man. He's just, look at that. It's just amazing. Sorry, guys. I get caught up with these miniatures. They're so good. Okay. So anyway, Battle Rage allows subsequent, let's say it's his first round. So what happens is, let's say he takes a melee attack. When you take a melee attack, you're going to, if you kill a zombie, you will be able to add +1, an additional die to your next melee roll in that same turn in the activation. So let's say we activate him and he's gonna, and he had chosen Battle Rage. He rolls 2 dice. He actually kills one of the guys, so of course he's gonna eliminate the fatty. So he kills the fatty. So in a second action, since a zombie did die, he's going to use a melee attack on a second action. Now he'll roll 3 dice because he has Battle Rage. He killed 2 more. Now he doesn't get to roll 2 additional dice, but it is cumulative to the end of his action. So on his third action, probably out of 4 after having a red ability, so he'll pass through yellow. So he will now be able to roll another additional dice because at least 1 zombie had died. So now on his third action attack, he'll roll this many dice. And luckily he needed it because he rolled only 1 kill. And now that on his 4th and final action, he will get to roll, since he killed 3 zombies before this, the 2 for the weapon and 1 for each kill to take out this last guy. And oh, and I needed it too. So boom, he cleared the zone out. Yeah, Battle Rage. Sorry, I got excited about that. All right, well that pretty much clears up all the abilities on Finarton the Amazing Giant. All right, until we see you next time, guys, keep them zombies dead and keep the dice rolling.